Alright, so in my last video, I said that I was going to do A through E. In my last collection overview, I said I was going to do A through E in my next video, and I decided that I looked at my collection and I decided that A through E is pretty much like 40% of my movies. I want to say I have about 200, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't counted since December, and I've gotten a lot of stuff since December, so I'm not quite sure how many I have, but I want to say about 200. So 40% is a lot of movies, you know. So I've decided I'm just going to do A through C, and I'll probably break this video up into two segments if it runs too long. I generally talk a lot, so I'm sure it will, but if you know, it's just going to be broken up in in segments, just so I don't have like a 25-minute long video. I also took a picture of how big the stack is. It's probably to about here, so a little bit over my head. I'll post that probably right here. Alright, so here goes. The first one, it's been featured in one of my more recent Blu-ray updates, 10 Years. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've heard a few good things. I've heard it was charming and fun, and it's got a good cast, so I wanted to check it out. The second one is 127 Hours. This is a movie I really loved the year it came out. It was one of my favorite films of that year. And I've been wanting to rewatch it for a while. I think James Franco is absolutely terrific in that movie. The second one is 21. It's a movie I've seen twice in theaters. I don't know why, but it was just a fun movie. I had a good time with it, so I decided it's a movie I'd definitely rewatch. So, 21 Jump Street. This is probably my favorite, like, raunchy R-rated comedy of last year. I thought Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum were terrific together. Second one, or this one is the sequel to 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. I really love this movie. Well, I really love 28 Days Later, but I think that 28 Weeks Later is a very good sequel to it. This next one is 3:10 to Yuma. Haven't opened this one yet. I've only seen parts of this movie. I remember I started watching it and something happened and I never finished it. And I thought it was really good, and I've always heard really good things about it. I just haven't finished it yet. So soon I'll rewatch it, start from beginning to end. 40-Year-Old Virgin. You guys have probably heard me talk about how much I love Judd Apatow, and this is without a doubt one of his funniest movies, and it was really the movie that kind of started him on his comeback. So I really love 40-Year-Old Virgin. 50-50. This is exactly, I think this is a perfect comedy drama. I think it's such a great film. It hits emotional cylinders. It hits hilarious. It's hilarious. It's heartfelt. It's got, I just thought it was one of the best movies of the year, and it's one of my favorites, probably of all time. I just absolutely adored it. A Few Good Men. Haven't checked this one out. It was in my last Blu-ray update. A Prophet. I just reviewed this movie not too long ago. It was like 2 or 3 reviews ago. Really great movie. Adaptation. Another fantastic movie. I'm not sure if I reviewed this, but I just watched this not too far before Christmas, and I thought it was just a terrific movie, and I absolutely loved Adaptation. And that was the one. This was the first movie I watched, Charlie Kaufman movie, and then I watched the other ones directly afterwards. I thought it was such a brilliantly written movie. Adventureland. You remember what I said about 50-50? I feel similar to that, to this. I think it's just such a great, heartfelt, coming-of-age movie. I loved it. I would probably only give that one a 9 out of 10, but I still really love it. Alien. Great horror, sci-fi movie. I'm not huge into sci-fi, but Alien's great, and it's even better sequel in my opinion. Aliens. Absolutely thought that one was awesome. I seen it for the first time before Prometheus. I wanted to watch at least the first 2 Alien movies before Prometheus. The Amazing Spider-Man. I really liked The Amazing Spider-Man. The first time I seen it, I thought it was just kind of all right. And then the second time I seen it, I really enjoyed it a lot more. I thought it was just a really good, fun movie, Next one is American Beauty, with this awesome slipcover that Best Buy ruined by putting their sticker on it. I think American Beauty is a masterpiece. I know people are kind of split on this movie. But for the most part, I know a lot of people think it's fantastic. But there's a few people that didn't think it was deserving of Best Picture. But I think it's just a brilliant movie. So, of course, I think it was deserving of Best Picture. Um, American Reunion. It's the only American Pie movie I have. I've yet to get the other ones because they never are on sale at Best Buy, and then they're too expensive. I haven't bought anything off Go Hastings in a while because their website right now is like extremely high priced. So I haven't bought anything on there. But I liked American Reunion. I thought it was a good sequel. I thought it was fun and it had me laughing, and I liked it. So if you guys didn't, oh well. Argo, Best Picture winner of this year. Just got this one like last week or two. It was it was like number 5 or 4 favorite. It was 5. 5th favorite movie of the year. I thought Argo was great. The Artist, last year's, but that's kind of cool. They're right next to each other, back to back. The Artist, I actually haven't checked out The Artist yet. Awesome slipcover. Again, that Best Buy ruined. But it's still an awesome slipcover. And I got this for like $5. I got this and Taxi Driver or something. I'm not sure, but there was like a buy one get one free, and they were only $10, and I got that one for practically $5. Atonement. This was in my most recent Blu-ray update. I thought Atonement was great when I first watched it. It's been a few years though. Away we go. Another one that was in my most recent Blu-ray update. I haven't seen it yet, but it's got a great soundtrack. I can tell you that. Be Kind Rewind. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I haven't seen this one yet either. It was in probably last week's Blu-ray update, but I've been really wanting to watch that soon. Being Flynn, another one that I got more recently. I've heard a few mixed things about it. I've heard that it was good, and then I've heard that it was terrible. So it doesn't have the greatest of reviews, but I like Paul Dano. I think he's a good young actor, and De Niro's De Niro, so I've been wanting to check it out. Bernie, another one that I haven't seen yet, but I've heard this was good, and it's got a great cast, and I really like Richard Linklater. Big Fish, finally one that I've seen, and I think Big Fish is great. It's probably my favorite Tim Burton movie. Billy Madison. This is what I said was my guilty pleasure movie. I think Billy Madison is just a hilarious movie. I remember when I was a younger kid. I was probably 6 years old, and my brother, he's a lot older than me. He's 16 years older than me, so he was in his 20s, you know. And he let me watch Billy Madison with him, and I would quote the scene where he talks the scene where whoa, Miss Lippy, the part of the story I don't get, that whole scene, and he used to let me say the word fuck in front of him, and I was like 6 or 7 years old, and that's like my favorite memory from movies as a kid, and just because he let me swore, and that's thanks to Billy Madison. Just a hilarious movie. I watched it not too long ago, and I think it's still funny. So, Black Hawk Down, great movie. One of my favorite war movies. I thought it was great. It's probably my favorite Ridley Scott movie in a long time. Black Swan, another fantastic movie. I just got this one I got it at Blockbuster for like $5. Blood Diamond, got this one at Blockbuster too for pretty cheap. Another great movie. Really love that. Blue Valentine. I can't praise this movie enough. I think this movie is a pure masterpiece, and I say that a lot I don't say it all that much, but this is one movie that I'd say is in my top 30 movies of all time. I think Blue Valentine is just a terrific film, brilliantly acted, brilliantly directed. The words can't describe how excited I am to see The Place Beyond the Pines. I get to see it in about 9 days, so I'm really excited for it. Body of Lies. I talked about this one in my more recent Blu-ray update video. I think it's a fun movie, nothing great. I think it's I just talked about how much I love Black Hawk Down. I think this is one of Ridley Scott's more, so-so movies. Boogie Nights. This is my favorite PTA movie. I think I've been wanting to rewatch it because it's been a few years since I've seen it, and I thought Boogie Nights was terrific. Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, and of course, Bourne Ultimatum. That's the right order. And that ticks me off because this Blu-ray case is broken, and I didn't do that. Okay, I'll have to replace that. But Bourne Ultimatum, I really like the Bourne movies. I actually just ordered the fourth Bourne today, so that's going to be featured in a more recent Blu-ray update, or one coming soon. I really like it. This one's my favorite, and then obviously, well, Bourne Identity is my second. But I love the third one. I thought that one was great. Breakfast Club, one of my favorite movies of all time. I just think it's such a well-written movie. I think like coming-of-age movies are probably my favorite genre if done right, and The Breakfast Club has got to be one of the best of all time. Just a hilarious, heartfelt, just everything. The dialogue, everything is great about that movie. I mean, it smells of 80s, and everything about it is 1980s. But I don't care. I think it's terrific, and if anyone remakes it, that's one of those movies that if they remake, I hope they burn the set down, because I feel so. I love that movie so much. Bridge to Terabithia. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've been wanting to. I heard it was really sad, so whenever I'm in like a sad mood, I'll probably watch it. Brokeback Mountain. I thought this was fantastic. I did a review for it, and I gave it a 10 out of 10. I thought it was terrific. It's probably my favorite movie of that year that I've seen. Obviously, I haven't seen every movie from that year, but of the ones that I have seen, that's my favorite. Brothers, I thought it was a good movie. I like Jake Gyllenhaal in it, but everything else was just kind of all right. I think it could have been a lot better, and it's got a fantastic trailer. If you guys watch the trailer, that movie trailer is fantastic. Cabin in the Woods, I hated the ending to this movie. I know a lot of people think that this is like the Scream of our generation. I won't deny it. You know, I think it is a very original movie, and I liked it a lot. Obviously, I own it, and it was definitely going to be one of my favorite movies of the year. Here's a UV code if you guys want it. But it would have been one of my favorite movies of the year, but I just absolutely hated the end of the movie. Camp Nowhere. This is one of those movies. A lot of people, I have Sandlot. A lot of people have, Heavyweights. This is the one movie that I grew up with as a kid. I think it's such a great movie. It's just a fun movie. I'm glad it's on Blu-ray. I wish I would have bought it on DVD, and I'm glad it's on Blu-ray. It's kind of weird, but it's just a fun kids movie. It's one of those movies. If you're a '90s child, you like. I guarantee it. Casino Royale, my favorite Bond movie. Castaway. I said this was my favorite tearjerker because this movie makes me cry every time I watch it. I think Tom Hanks is great in it, and it's kind of like his last great performance. He kind of hasn't done anything after that. Chasing Amy, just rewatched this recently, and I think it's fantastic. It's my favorite Kevin Smith movie. I would say this and Jay and Silent Bob are kind of right there head to head. Strike Back, I should say. Chronicle, one of my favorite movies of last year. This has everything in it. One of my favorite movies of last year. It wasn't in my top 25, but it was just a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. It came out at the beginning of the year, and whenever you get a movie of this quality in the first 2 months of the year, it's a good first 2 months, because I thought it was great. Clueless. I've never seen Clueless, actually. I got it at Target for a nice $3. If you can see that, I got it for $3, and it has an awesome slipcover. And I was like, you cannot go wrong. A movie Blu-ray for $3, and it's one I've been wanting to check out. Can't go wrong. Collateral. I haven't seen this one yet. I've always heard it was like just a really badass movie and extremely thrilling, and I've been wanting to check it out. I'm going to watch that one really soon, because I've actually, every time I go to look for a movie, I always kind of like go to pull it out, and then I find something else. Cool Hand Luke. This was on a list suggested, and I got it for Christmas, so I haven't yet to check it out, but it's one that I've really wanted to see. Coraline, another one I haven't seen yet, but I will watch that probably in October. So, Crash, I thought this was a really good movie. It won Best Picture, and I think Brokeback was better, but it's still a really good movie, and I enjoyed it a lot. Crash. And then Crazy Stupid Love. This video was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. I figured I'd talk for too long, but, you know, this is like a normal Blu-ray update for me. But Crazy Stupid Love. When I first seen this, I heralded it as like a masterpiece. But then I re-seen it, and it didn't hold up as much. But I still really enjoy it. I have one more movie that I forgot about, and that is Almost Famous. Almost Famous, to me, is easily, without a doubt, one of my all-time favorite films. It is in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I think Almost Famous is purely a masterpiece, and if you haven't seen it, you're doing, like, you have to. If you love movies, if you love music, if you love any of that, Almost Famous, man. I think Almost Famous, such a brilliant movie. I have a big announcement, too. I'm going to announce probably in the next couple days, but I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I haven't done a giveaway yet, but I'm going to be doing a giveaway this is going to be my 90-second video, and with my 100th video, it's going to be a giveaway, and so yeah, look out for that, my announcement. Oh, I also have The Avengers. That's an A movie, and I let my buddy John borrow it, so that's the last one. But A through C, this is it. But going back to the giveaway, I'm going to be giving something away, and I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to figure it out. I have a couple ideas in my head, but in the next couple days, I'm going to be announcing the video, and then I'm going to be doing the giveaway. So look out for that. Please wait and check out my other videos. This one's long. The rest won't be that long because obviously I said A through C is my biggest section. So look out for my other videos. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Like always, like, comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. I have a lot of Blu-ray updates, a lot of movie reviews, all kinds of stuff. So just subscribe to my channel if you're not. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.